Linear equation.
Can anyone tell me what a linear equation is?
Is it an equation that makes a straight line?
That's right. A linear equation is an equation that describes a straight line on a graph. It has one or two variables, such as x and y, and no exponents, square roots, or other operations on the variables. For example, y equals 2x plus 5 is a linear equation.
How do you solve a linear equation?
There are different ways to solve a linear equation, depending on the form of the equation and the number of variables. One common way is to use algebraic methods, such as substitution, elimination, or distribution, to isolate the variable and find its value.
Can you show me an example?
Sure, let's solve the linear equation 3x2y equals 10. We can use the substitution method to solve this equation. First, we need to choose one variable and express it in terms of the other variable. For example, we can solve for x by adding to y to both sides and dividing by 3. This gives us x equals 10 plus to y 3.
Then what?
Then, we can substitute this expression for x into the original equation and solve for y. This gives us 3 plus to y 3 to y equals 10. Simplifying this equation, we get 10 plus to y equals 10. This means that y can be any number, and the equation will be true.
So there are infinitely many solutions?
Yes, that's correct. When we have one equation with two variables, we can have infinitely many solutions that form a straight line on a graph. To find a unique solution, we need another equation with the same variables, which is called a system of linear equations. How do you solve a system of linear equations? There are different ways to solve a system of linear equations, such as graphing, substitution, elimination, or matrix methods. The goal is to find the values of the variables that satisfy both equations at the same time, which is called the point of intersection of the lines.
Can you show me an example?
Sure. Let's solve the system of linear equations y equals 2x plus 5 and y equals xa1. We can use the elimination method to solve this system. First, we need to eliminate one variable by adding or subtracting the equations. In this case, we can subtract the second equation from the first equation to eliminate y. This gives us y equals 2x plus 5, xa1. Simplifying this equation, we get 0 equals 3x plus 6.
Then what?
Then, we can solve for x by subtracting 6 from both sides and dividing by 3. This gives us x equals minus 2 to find the value of y. We can substitute x equals minus 2 into either equation and solve for y. For example, using the first equation, we get y equals 2 minus 2 plus 5. Simplifying this equation, we get y equals 1.
So there is only one solution?
Yes, that's correct. When we have two equations with two variables, we can have one solution that forms a point on a graph where the lines intersect. This means that the lines are not parallel and have different slopes.
I see. Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. You have learned a lot about linear equations today.
Subscribe.